Everyone, welcome back. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our Urban Fit practice today. As always, I hope you're all having a nice day out there. I'm glad you're carving out the space to have a practice. And if you're feeling your body at all like I am, pretty sore today, but we'll work through it. I keep repeating this, but to keep it going, keep it rolling, flow every day, connect to your breath in some way. So if that's making it to your with the intention that you're going to be here for an hour, but we all know the distractions that exist at home. If you make it 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, if you just make it to your mat and connect to your breath, that's wonderful. If you take your practice with you in transit or different places that you may find yourself and throughout your day and meditating and breathing, that's wonderful as well. But keep it flowing, keep it going, breathe every single day, and let this practice be a part of every time we open our eyes in the morning and somewhere in between that time and when we close our eyes and go to bed at night. And so literally if you get to 8 p.m. and the day was just absolutely twisting and turning you around, but you haven't closed your eyes yet, and there's still an opportunity to take a few moments and to check in, to breathe mindfully, and to sit and to even, move your body. You're going to sleep better if you move your body around a little bit. So, anybody here on live chat that wants to say hi? Okay, all is well. If you're ready to begin practicing and you want a playlist, you can pull up any playlist on Spotify. Joe Komar. I don't know if I guess I should make a link or a playlist from Spotify does this. Hey, Al. Good afternoon. They do this, kind of wrap the year, and they put out all your favorite songs and post onto a playlist for you, so I can try to put a link of mine up there since we've been listening to the music here for the whole year pretty much. And Sam, good afternoon. Yes, Pilar. Hello, hope you're doing well. Awesome, we got a nice little crew. We've had a nice crew on the live classes the whole time. It was really something special. I think if you go back to March when this all started and the novelty of, hey, we're going to do this all together from home, and I remember there being over 100 people practicing live together. And so I'm all about reinvigorating that. Hopefully if people's schedules are freeing them up a little bit more, try to jump on live with us. 12 o'clock here in Pacific time. Okay. And start lying down onto your back if you're not there yet. Adjust your volumes if you need to. Set your space clear and the space energetically around you, and then everything can continue and to exist. And again, we all know at this point, we all know the typical distractions, things that can come, but setting ourselves on our mat and for 1 hour letting anything and that is around us become part of our practice, that is all good. We could breathe with that. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall apart wide. And if you're just coming on, I did mention that I am, there's days where you're somewhat sore from the practice and you feel your body. I would put this more on the spectrum of pretty damn sore today. And coming off of the practices this week and getting deep into those hamstrings yesterday. So if you want to loop back on it, if you didn't take yesterday's class, and go head back. And don't forget, if you find a class that really resonates with your body, we're always putting out fresh content in intuitive sequences so that you can connect with your experience and your breath and your practice. Make a note of those classes because you could always go back and take them again and again and again. Bring your knees back together to touch, soften the inner thighs. And then wrap your right leg over your left leg. Eagle wrap. Scoot your hips to the right. And exhale your knees down to the left. Left hand to your right thigh. And take your gaze and your right arm out. And see if you get a little crack. And adjustment through your spine as you start to wake your body up or wake your mind up with your body today. And breathing into the sensation with your lips sealed, and start to feel into the balance of your breath. 3-second inhale, 3-second exhale. You finish your breath cycle, exhale completely, and then bring your head back to center and your hips in neutral, both feet down onto the ground. And take a deeper breath in through your nose. And set your bum as you exhale, eagle wrap your left leg over your right leg. And scoot your hips over to the left. And exhale, bring your knees down to the right. Right hand to your left thigh, gaze and left arm can fall off to the left. If the shoulders are really lifting quite a bit off the mat, and rather keep the shoulders nice and flat and don't have to force and the knees down towards the earth. Feel your body here. Breathe into your left side. And it sounds quite simple. Seal your lips. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. You'll find that there's quite the practice when it comes to keeping your lips sealed. And once you start to feel into what your body is taking on as we get into the postures and how your breath is being affected and based on the postures that we're placing ourselves in. And so there's a nice 360-degree relationship between your body and your mind, always firing off messages and back and forth. You breathe with it, come back to center. And neutral spine, bring your left foot back down onto the mat. Feel it set, take a deep breath in. And take a full breath out. And both arms over your head, hook your thumbs, give yourself a nice big stretch. And feel your hips on the ground, kick your legs out straight, hover your heels so they're 3 inches off the ground. And so your hands are floating, arms straight, and your heels are floating, legs straight. And draw in with your belly, breathe. And as you exhale, bring your knees to your chest, lift your head, shoulders, and bring your arms by your sides. Crunch. Inhale to extend, kick out, arms over your head. And exhale, knees to your chest, lift your head, shoulders, arms by your sides, crunch. Let's do 3 more. Inhale to extend. And exhale, knees to the chest, lift the head, shoulders, crunch. 2 more. Inhale. And bring it in, knees to your chest, and squeeze. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, knees to your chest, arms by your sides, squeeze. Great. Lower down, bring your feet back to the ground. And then roll over onto your right side, make your way into a child's pose. And with your head facing towards the top of your mat. Bring your knees together today in your child's pose. And let your belly torso round over your thighs, little grasshopper arms, and bend, and so that your forearms are flat. And you're a little bit more on the top of the head resting and versus the forehead resting in this variation. You make any adjustments. If the shoulders are still pretty tight, slide the elbows back a little bit more. If the hips are really tight, and you can always have something set by your mat, and so that you could place it under in your bum like a big pillow or, of course, a yoga block. You know how we talk about the Buddha belly when we're breathing in Happy Baby? And think of your Buddha belly like your upper back right now. And take deep, deep breaths into your upper back. And then 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. And bring your hands out in front. And then rise up, all fours, hands and knees. And shoulders over your wrists. And then we're going to slide your right leg out like a T shape. And so take your right leg out. And you could say perpendicular to your mat. And roll the pinky toe side of your foot down into the ground. Lift your tailbone. Let your belly fall out a little bit like you're doing a cow pose. Slide your chest forward. And shoulders back and down. And you feel the sensation as you receive in through your breath, lips sealed, and 3 breaths in through your nose and out. And if this is really tight in your body, you won't force the foot and to be as high as the hip. The foot could just simply be out to the side, but a little bit further back on the ground. And collecting and using your belly, take your gaze down. On your exhale, slide your right foot back in, and then come on to all fours. Feel neutral. Take a deeper breath in through your nose. And already you can feel right leg feels and something different than your left. And take your left leg out into that T shape. And adjust the foot. Tiny adjustments as you roll the weight into the pinky toe side. And then the key here is let the tailbone lift like you're doing a cow pose, belly down, so we're arching the low spine. And then open the chest, shoulders back, gaze forward. And connect to your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And feel the body. You notice we're not sagging down into the hands, into the wrists. We're lifting up through the arms. And connecting strength and awareness of strength and throughout the body, always into support in the opening and the stretch and sensation. On your exhale, look down, slide your left foot back behind, and come on to all fours and feel your left leg support. And take a deep breath in through your nose, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift your hips. And even breaths as you draw back into your downward facing dog. It's all good to start with a little bend to your knees and feel it out in your down dog this afternoon. And even if you're out there right now and you're having a hard time, but you're on your mat and say you don't know, right? Absolutely you don't know, and the fear of the unknown and the future is in getting the best of you. Please, please, please come back to your mat. Practice with us every day. Every day, one of the most beautiful parts of the yoga experience is getting to a point and with confidence and sitting in the unknown. But I know that the unknown can be very scary and for all of us. And so we breathe together. We do something. And with that energy, pull it into the breath, feed it into our bodies, bring your big toes together. And then little baby steps, walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. And big toes together. And hands on the back of the head, interlace the fingers and feel any pressure through your spine. If you've ever had this experience and where fear will freeze you, we stop moving. We stop feeling, we just simply get stuck in that place. And so if we have this tool of our body, if we move our bodies with our breath, and then we can unstick those points in our minds and the ones that are looping in the fear and see it evolve, change, right? Even go away completely, even when the circumstances or the environment that you're in and doesn't change much at all. And this is an inside job. And release your hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And stand up. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms up. And exhale, dive, bow, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. And stand up, inhale, rise, circle the arms up. And bow, exhale, forward fold, hands to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, rise, circle the arms up. And dive, bow, exhale, forward fold. And work it out, inhale, halfway lift. And bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into a high plank. And feel your hands plug into your plank. Engage through your front body. You can use your knees or keep them lifted. Bend the arms, lower halfway down, push up, 1. Lower halfway down, push up, 2. And lower halfway down, push up, 3. Hold your plank, kick through your heels. And draw your belly in. Feel your breath connect. And on your exhale, lift your tailbone. And draw your inner thighs up in your downward facing dog. And feel as you connect to your inner thighs. And you're taking the grip out of your toes rather than rolling your toes into the mat. And the weight draws back into the balls of the feet towards the heels. And you'll feel more thigh defined. On your breath in, look at your hands. And exhale, step your right foot in between your palms. Bend your left leg, connect to your belly. And exhale, step your left foot to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. And breath moves us. Step your right foot back into a lunge. And bend into your left leg until your knee is on top of the heel. And kick back strong through your right leg. Float your arms by your sides. Keep your hips square. Take your arms out into a T. Circle them all the way out in front of you, palms face, and bring your hands into your heart. Take the grimace off your face. Connect to your upper back. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down onto the mat. Step back, switch. Bring your right foot forward and lower your left knee down. Untuck your toes. Breathe in through your nose. And hips heavy, head heavy. Bring your forehead down inside your right knee. Fill your lungs. You're going to find that there is a deeper breath awaiting right here. On your next breath, finish the exhale, lift the chin. Breath in, tuck your back toes. Exhale, lift your left knee, step back into your plank pose, plug into your hands. Yeah, we're broadening. Bend your arms, lower halfway, elbows in. Press back up, that's 1. Lower halfway down, press back up, that's 2. Lower halfway down, press back up, that's 3. Hold plank, connect to your breath. Lift your tailbone, draw yourself back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. And kick through your right leg straight, breathe in. Bend your right knee, exhale, step your right foot to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back to lunge. Nice, bend your front leg, knee on top of the heel, float your arms by your sides. And set in your breath, take your arms out into a T slowly. And reach them out in front of you. Palms together in front of your heart, take that grimace off your face, connect to your upper back. Press your palms together, breathe in. And exhale, bring your hands down, step back, switch, bring your left foot forward, big step, soften your right knee down. Those hips and head heavy, and feel the breath in your body. Draw as much air as you can, and releasing any grip, any clench in your jaw. And you're building this relationship with your breath, which means you're building a relationship with everything. On your inhale, lift your chin. Curl your back toes under. Exhale, lift your right knee. And step it back into your high plank. Plug into your hands. Nice. Bend your arms, lower halfway down. And then push back up. That's 1. Lower halfway down. Push back up. That's 2. Lower halfway down. Breath control. Exhale up. High plank 3. Breathe in. And exhale, lift your tailbone. And downward facing dog. Gaze to the middle of your mat. Separate your feet so they're hip width distance apart. On your next breath, exhale your knees down to the ground. And spread your knees mat width apart. Bring your big toes together. And so it's like child's pose legs, but you keep your butt up, lift your tailbone, and then thread the needle, slide your right arm underneath your left armpit, and come down onto your right shoulder. And turn the side of your head into the mat. And take a deep breath, press down into your left hand, and then exhale, slide your right arm back out, and then meet neutral. Look out in front of you, drop your belly, breathe in. And exhale, thread the needle, left arm behind your right armpit, slide it out. And come down onto the shoulder, side of the head. And feel this as you're waking up the major joints in your body. Breathe in. And as you ground, exhale, slide your left arm back out. And come on to all fours. Bring your knees back in so they're hip-width distance apart. And spread your fingers, curl your toes. And exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. And breathe in, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, getting better in that transition. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, fold, forehead to your right knee. And come forward to lunge as you breathe in, soften your back knee down. And strong belly as you exhale, rise, reach your arms up, stretch, lift your gaze, keep rolling up through the back bend. And stay for an inhale. And exhale, roll your gaze, hands back down onto the mat. And lift your back knee, kick your right leg back up, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back up, three-legged dog. And bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. And step your right foot all the way through, bend your left leg. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, inhale, rise, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up, feel your body. Exhale, swan dive fold, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway and plant the palms, step back into your high plank. Feel your legs, you're connecting to plank in a different way. Bend your arms, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, draw your hips back, downward facing dog. Receive through the breath, keep your lips sealed. Feel good, right foot down, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Okay, getting easier in that transition, straighten your front leg. Feel the hamstring as you breathe in. And your forehead to your left knee as you breathe out. Coming into the breath, inhale, bend your front leg, soften your back knee down. And exhale, belly in, draws you up, keep rolling up, shoulders down, gaze can lift, elevate. Feel the right thigh, lift out of your low back, stay for your inhale. And exhale, bring your gaze and hands down onto the ground. Lift your right knee, take a breath in. And exhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart way forward. And exhale, bow, go out and down over your knees. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, shoulders back. Plant the palms, step back into your high plank. Light plank, strong front body, inhale. Bend the arms, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And we have deep in that back bend. Exhale, come back into your down dog. Take the weight from gripping in the tips of your toes back into the balls of your feet. And that's training your inner thighs to lift up. And your low belly to call into your spine. And it changes the shape of your downward facing dog, inside and outside. If you evolve inside, the expression of your being and your body, and will adjust outside, people will start making comments. You look different. You're glowing, your face, that energy is going to flow into the surface. And big toes together, lift your heels, and exhale, 2 light steps to the top of the mat. Boom, boom. Inhale, halfway lift. And bend the legs, sit back in chair, reach your arms up, and sweep your arms back by your sides. Pull your heart forward, take your arms out into a T. And as you bring your arms back into your chair, sit down a little bit deeper, lift your wrists higher. Nice, stand up, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, belly comes in. And exhale, bow, forward fold, find yourself deep in your back body. Inhale, lift halfway, shoulders back. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank, lower halfway, chaturanga, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the arms here, separate your feet, mat width distance apart, and let your hips come down. Untuck your toes, and cobra, elbows in, shoulders down the back, press, point through the toes. Feel the upper back shoulder blade squeeze into your spine. And slowly ripple on down. Come back to your chest. Bring your legs back together. Tuck your toes. That was just to create space for your low back. Lift your knees. Strong legs, look down, push up, high plank. And exhale, lift your tailbone, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your down dog, please. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, tap your knee to your nose and then knee to your right elbow. And then swing it over, knee to your left elbow. And then inhale, kick your right leg straight back and up. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Rise, reach your arms up. And exhale, bring your arms back by your sides. Okay, work that circle. Take your arms out into a T, reach forward. Pull your wrist up, tailbone down, lift your chest. Come on back, warrior 2. Reach through your arms. Steady your gaze over your right wrist. Feel to the outer edge of your back foot. Lunge a little bit deeper into your front thigh. Hands to your hips, inhale. And straighten your front leg, exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches straight up. Open palm facing back. Let's lift up out of the right hip. And guiding the breath from the top of the right foot all the way to the back of your right wrist. And keep drawing your hips back as you come up. Reach your right arm forward. And take your right hand down onto your shin, down to your ankle. And then reach your left arm up. And keep your warrior 2 frame into your upper back. And connect to your low belly. And feel anything in your left side body. As we ground, we receive more space into the inside, connected to the breath. Reach up, rise up, hands behind your head, and then bend your right leg, connect to your lunge. Take an inhale. And right elbow to your right knee, so that's going to set your torso, and then reach your arms straight out. Feel your right wrist reaching further than your left wrist. You got it. And belly in, hands to your heart, pivot on your back toes, and set your hands down to the ground. Step back, strong plank pose. Bend your arms, chaturanga, hold. And breathe for 3, 2. Step your feet mat width apart. And lower your hips down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra, elbows in. Shoulders down. Feel the cobra back. Nice. Slowly, softly bring your belly, chest back down onto the ground. And legs together, tuck your toes. Kick through your heels, that'll lift your knees. Engages your thighs, press the mat away, rise up, high plank. And lift your tailbone, downward facing dog. So all of this is building, right, the remote and the unforced power and throughout your practice. You breathe, connect, and receive. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose, tap, touch, left knee to your left elbow. Take it over to your right elbow and bring it back. Inhale, kick it up. And big step, left foot all the way through. Okay, getting lighter. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms by your sides, chest over your left knee. Feel the upper back. And start to reach your arms out into the T. And forward as you lift your wrist, ground through your front foot. And let's go. Draw it up and back. Warrior 2. Pivot your back heel down. And feel your T arms. And draw with your ribs. We're connecting through a lot of strength in the upper back. But all that matters for sure is the breath supporting you. Hands to your waist. Straighten your front leg. Take a breath. Feel your heart rate settle down. Right hand stays. Inhale. Reach your left arm straight up. And so I could go back, but I'm going straight up from the top of the left foot to the back of the left hand. And then little by little, like inches, I might reach back a little bit further. And keep the legs turned on, connect to your feet. And feel the breath in your body as you start to reach up. Reach forward, left arm over your left leg, and bring your hand down onto your shin or to your ankle, and your right arm is ready. See, so much of this life is based on readiness. But because our mind is always tethered and connected to the distraction, it doesn't realize and that it's ready in the moment. And so in yoga, you're going to find and that there's a lot more readiness the more you connect to your breath, right? You're doing it. You're getting it done. You're in it deeper in the relationship, breath to body, and to a calm state of mind. Feel your feet reach up and then rise back. Nice. Warrior 2, connect to the ground. Bend your front leg. And hands behind your head. Inhale. Left elbow sets the torso when you touch your left knee. And then reach your arms out in front. Left wrist reaching longer than your right wrist. Belly in as we turn the gaze down. Arms back by your sides. Pivot your back heel high. Awesome. Take a breath in. And bring your hands to the mat. Step back into your high plank. Bend your arms, chaturanga. Really light. Inhale, deeper upward facing dog. We've been working on it. And shoulders down. And belly in. Exhale. Feel the space from the top of your knees and to the top of your ribs in your downward facing dog, please. One more breath, and then we're going to step to the outside of our hands. Straight leg step, heels in, toes out, squat. And let your bum sway itself down. Elbows to your inner thighs. Don't look at me. Let your bum go down as low as you can go. Right? This is where I'm getting stuck on the bone structure in my hips. And that's as low as I can go. Breathing. And chest through, shoulders down. And feel the weight into the heels versus the toes. Reach your arms forward, reach your arms up. Press into your heels, lift your bum behind your knees. And so really flexible people, this is challenging. Feel your thighs. Tighter people like me, it's a little more easy. Body holding you in place. And connect to your breath. Take an inhale. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Let your bum come back down below the knees. Everybody breathe in together. And hands to the mat. Lift your bum, roll through your inner thighs. Heel toe your feet together. Toes in, heels in, and toes in, and heels in. Hands on the back of the ankles. Bend your knees, chest to your thighs. And then give yourself a hug. Okay, arms behind your knees, grab for opposite elbows. Feel that tight squeeze, chest to thighs. And then go ahead and fold it out. And come on, the squeeze that we all want to give. And to our parents, our grandparents, the loved ones, and we haven't seen all year, give it here. On your exhale, bend your knees, release the hug. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, press the feet into the ground. We'll feel this. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. All the weight balanced into your right foot. Float your left knee up in front. Pretty light. And tailbone down, steady the gaze in front. In figure 4, left ankle to your right thigh. Left ankle is flexed, bend into your standing leg. And then as you sit back and down, take your arms out into the T. We're playing with these T arms today. And keep pulling your heart through. And as you reach your arms out, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Cross your thumbs, shoulders back, lifting your heart up, and then press down into the ground, left knee in front of you. Squeeze your hands, belly in, and then slowly lift the chest. The hand grip is going to help. And kick your left leg back in toppling tree. Modified warrior 3 with your hands together. You should feel in line and light, empowered through your breath. 3 inhales, 3 exhales. You want more? Lift your thumbs away from your bum. And feel it, no resistance as you rise, feet together, big toes touch, and gaze in front, soften your grip, let your arms literally float beside you. And close your eyes, feel the space, completion of diving into a moment with your breath right here. Inhale, bring your eyes back into the room. And exhale, balance all the weight into your left foot, palms to your heart, lift your right knee in front of you. And it's different when you're not dragging, when you're connecting your body as whole. Strength of your core, thighs, belly, and back. Figure 4, right ankle to your left thigh. And flex the right ankle. And keep lifting the heart as you bend your standing leg. And keep the space in the shoulders and then around the neck. Take your arms out into a T. Okay, that'll help so it doesn't get all bunchy in your shoulders. And use your arms like airplane wings to balance. And feeling as we're breathing, hands go behind your back. Interlace the fingers. And get a strong grip. Cross the thumbs. Press the mat away. Stand up. Lift your right knee in front. And the hand grip is going to draw your chest proud. Use that as you kick your right leg back. And chest stays up. And then kick through your right heel, ground through your left foot. And balance here in your modified warrior 3. You want more? Lift your thumbs away from your bum. Make sure you're breathing as you rise, no weight in your low back. And bring your feet together, soften your grip, and let your arms, and they're going to float by your sides, releasing. And that feeling in your shoulders. Calm, conscious, collected breath in through your nose. And full exhale out of your body. Open the eyes, inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, lead with your chest, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart out. Plant the palms, step back into your high plank. And high push-up, bring your big toes together. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Inside plank, energy pushing down through the right palm. And left arm comes up, you'll find your T-arms again. Turn your left thumb in, so my left palm faces behind me, and then hook the left arm behind the low back. Okay, use the back of that left hand. Lift your right side body up, and then float your left leg high. Using the left hand, pulling the right side body up. And bring your gaze and left hand back around to the ground. Pivot on your right toes and press back. You're in a 3-legged dog pose. Yes, left knee into your right elbow, kick out onto your floor. Walk your left foot out, get a little more. Okay, slowly start to come down. You can bend that left leg to land the outer hip onto the mat. Keep your arms straight. And then you can even turn to the inner edge of your back foot. Kick out through your left heel. Walk your hands in an inch or two. And shoulders down, chest proud. And find the twist. So you got to lift first. And then twist. Shoulders down. Look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath into your nose. Start to bring your gaze back. And soften your gaze down. Tuck your back toes into the ground. Lift the knee, lift the hip, slide your left foot back. And then feel your left leg, stagger your right foot a little wider than your hips in downward facing dog. And feel it, breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. And on your next breath, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And little bend to your knees, back of the mat. And feel the left side, low back. Take your right hand down to the ground. And then as you reach your left arm up to the sky, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. And feel your T-arms. And drawing the neck in line with the spine. And you pull your left ribs down, draw your right ribs in. And we're using that right leg to bend, getting all you can feel to your outer left thigh. And bring your gaze and left hand back down. Feel it release. Chin to your chest, heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your heart center. And exhale, crawl your hands forward and come back into your downward facing dog, hips high. On your next breath, bring your knees down and take your bum back, child's pose, please. And forehead to the mat. Release your belly through your inner thighs. If you can lengthen your breath here, please lengthen your breath here. On your next inhale, rise up all fours. And so we're connected through the core. Bring your knees in. Step back into a high plank, high push-up. Move your left hand forward inches. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Energy down your left arm into your palm. Reach your right arm up. All about the T-arms today. Turn your right thumb in. So your palm is open to the space behind you, and then bring your right arm behind your low back. Use the back of your right hand, lift your left side body, and then float your right leg up. As I'm lifting the leg, kick out through the inner heel. You're going to feel the outer hip flexor engage, along with your glute med. Beauty. As you bring your gaze down and slide your right hand back to the mat, pivot, kick your right leg back and up. Nice. Right knee to your left elbow. Kick out onto your floor. Walk it out. And you can always bend the knees slightly as you start to bring your outer right hip. Notice I'm not rushing it. And it could be tight. You want to stay lifted out of the low back and the SI joints. Untuck your back toes. You can be on the inner edge of that foot. Arms straight. If you want more, walk the hands in a little closer. And that right shoulder, we want down. And chest up, lengthen first. And on the exhale, you can slowly deepen the twist from your rib cage into your gaze, wrapping back over your shoulder. And feel the possibility of releasing. Right? The more you trust, you'll be able to release the stress, those things that can keep us up at night. Recognize, right? Show up for yourself. Breathe. Do the best that you can every single day. And soften your gaze down. Tuck your back toes under. And then use that to lift your hips. Slide your right foot back. And stagger your feet a little wider than your hips in your downward facing dog. And feel the breath in your entire body here. And step your feet back together. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. And keep your left hand down onto the ground. And then reach your right arm up. Those T-arms. And left knee bends. And right leg is straight. And keep your neck in line with your spine. Nice. Feel it with your breath. Exhale, gaze and right hand down. And so you're unlocking the legs and the hips and the upper back. Feet together. Inhale, lift halfway. Lengthen your heart center. Really good halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Got it. Walk your hands out and come back into your downward facing dog. And feel your breath in your down dog. Inhale. As you exhale, come down onto your knees, please. Untuck your toes and take your bum back, child's pose. And your next inhale, rise up, tabletop, all fours. Bring your knees in. Come down onto your forearms, interlace your fingers. And you're broad and strong through your back body. And connect your legs, tuck your toes, plank pose. On your forearms. And then breathe 10 breath cycles, about 1 minute. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Belly in, come up to your left palm, push up to your right palm, high plank. And strong core, lift your tail, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Pivot your back heel down. Kick heel, windmill your left arm up and rise into your warrior 2. Stay with your lunge and now exalt your warrior 2. Press through your back heel, reach up and then reach back through your right wrist. And as you're tracking your right wrist up, you can even draw it back in space. Spread your knees and press your hips out towards the wall you're facing. And come back into a neutral spine, warrior 2, head above your heart. Open your palms to face the wall you're looking at. Take an inhale, slide, reach forward. Exhale, right hand outside your right foot. And so your fingertips are on the ground. Hiding your right leg, reach your left arm all the way up, turn your pinky finger in. And you find this side angle that you can breathe into like you have never breathed into your side angle before. And collect the breath in the transition. Exhale, gaze and left hand down. Pivot your back heel high, soften your left knee to the ground. Left hand stays, reach your right arm up, and then curl your back heel in, grab for the inside of your foot, ankle, or shin. The front knee can turn out, and your left hand, fingertips can crawl forward. You sense if you can get your hips and your pelvis and to move forward and down any amount. Gaze in front, proud chest, lifting. Now we're going to see, flatten your right foot, pull your hips back to your left heel. Ground through your front foot, reach your left hand back for the outside of your left ankle or foot. You got to steer with that front leg. Balance, focus, kick into the hands, and let the spine arch line open up any amount. And stay with your ground so you're not dumping the weight into your low back. No rush, chin to your chest, belly in, and our left hand comes back to the ground. Soften your right hand, release. Untuck your back toes, let your chin rest into your chest. Feel good. Walk your hips all the way back, sit onto your left heel. And ground as you straighten your right leg. Inhale, reach your arms up, should feel light. And exhale, crisscross the wrist and grab for the right foot. So the left hand is outside and the right hand is inside. And shoulders down, draw your neck out of the shell. And then pull your elbows apart. And you can fold forehead into your knee. Nice open body. Inhale, lift your chin and release your foot. Arms reach forward, push off your left shin, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your down dog. Great job. Breathe into it. And notice we're getting lighter and yet more deeply grounded, connected through the legs into the feet, but without gripping the toes. With your inhale, lift your left leg up. Big step, left foot all the way through. Pivot your back heel down flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. And draw with your breath. Open your palms to face the wall you're looking at. And start to slide. Reach your left arm forward. And then bring your left fingertips to the ground outside your left ankle. And so your left arm is hiding the shin. And take your right arm all the way up and over. An extended side angle. And feel the connection to the alignment of your body where you're not gripping in your outer left hip. And there's no impingement in your left hip crease. You're using your core awareness, strength in your inner thighs. And the connection to your upper back, we're floating in this reach. And belly comes in. You have done it. Gaze and right hand down to the ground. Pivot your back heel high, and then soften your right knee down. Right arm stays, left arm reaches up. There's those T arms. And then curl your right heel in, reach back, grab for the inside of your right foot. A left knee can turn out. And as we get the hips to come forward, in your front hand, you can crawl your fingertips to give yourself a little more space. Telling you, full hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Set your spec. And to stay, once you're in it, it should feel difficult. And to pull yourself away from your mat. That's the beauty of connecting to the breath. Okay, that's the ease of releasing your attachments. That's you finding yourself in your flow. And bring your gaze in front, flatten your left foot, pull your butt back to your heel. Okay, that front foot is your balance. Reach your right hand back and grab for the outside of your foot, ankle, or shin. Ooh, get it. Balance. And kick into the hands. And belly in as we arch the spine any amount. Shoulders draw back. And it's always nice to appreciate new space. We've never been here before, folks. And belly in, gaze down. Bring your right hand back in front. And then softly release and bring your left hand. Ooh, untuck your toes, breath in through your nose. And draw your hips back, straighten your left leg. And sit all the way down onto your heel. It's going to feel light. Inhale, arms up, reach. And exhale, dive, crisscross the wrist and grab for the inside and the outside of your left foot. Keep the head up, shoulders down, and then spread your elbows apart and bring your forehead towards your knee. And should feel right into the belly of the hamstring. That which was incredibly sore when we started this practice, personal note, is now feeling open again, but not forcing through. You're not pushing it to a place it doesn't want to go, listening to the body. And head up, reach your arms forward, palms face. Push off your right shin and bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your downward facing dog. And feel this openness in your down dog here. Neck through the belly and the back, bend the legs, lower both knees down at the same time. And then we're going to walk the hands back, stand up on the knees with your toes tucked, hands to your hips. Let the tailbone drop. And feel your waistband open. And this can be enough. And just arching the spine, elbows draw back. Right? If you're set, settled, in breath, and ready, right hand back to your right heel. Left hand back to your left heel. And press your hips out in camel pose and receive the back bend. Right? If you're good there, untuck the toes, tops of your feet flat. Oh, use your legs. Feel the length in your side bodies. Don't do it all with your low back. Lift out of your low back. And stay for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, belly in, chin to chest, hands to your hips, rise up first. Ooh, take a breath, and then draw your belly in as you exhale, sit down slowly. You might feel it sit down, palms down onto your thighs. Close your eyes. And we went up to a whole nother shelf than we're used to. Breath elevated. Take the deepest breath into the top of the chest. And as you exhale, open your eyes. Lift the bum, swing your feet out to the right, and swing your legs all the way out in front of you. And scoot your bum forward and so that you're in the middle of your mat. All right, we've been working that crow pose, so today let's do it on the bum. Okay, bum down, arms in front. And then you can practice here with your feet on the ground as you put your knees into your upper arms and then pull them in towards the center line. Press out through the heels of your hands. Feel your core connect. All right, that's one step. Then, and you can play with lifting your feet off the ground, pressing your palms out in front, connect your knees to your outer arms, and then draw them in, press out, and then a slight lift of the chin. Feel your core. Nice. Bring your knees together as one. Kick your legs out straight, and then lower into your lower back. Keep your head and shoulders up, palms face down onto the ground. Point your toes, and then little flutter kicks. Let's get it. Little flutter kicks. And so we're down here above the pubic bone, below the belly button, right? You could tap on it. You should feel it engage. Both hands back to the mat. And flutter. Don't forget to breathe. You don't need to hold your breath. You could feel it. Pop, 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 pop. Go. Yes. Both hands back to the mat. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the legs, release the arms, palms face up. Breath into the chest, feeling, and settling on the exhale. Let your back body go. As there can be this tendency, we are strengthening, so if you put a belt around your waist, but you wrap that belt and your awareness around your low back, we're good here in the front, but we've got to build that in through the back as well. So a lot of times you'll feel practices dumping, right, as you get deeper and deeper and further down into the road in practice of endurance. You're like, okay, how's the low back feeling? And check in. Bend your legs so that your feet are flat. Figure 4. Left ankle to your right thigh. Reach your left hand through. Interlace the fingers onto your right shin. And you may find that this goes pretty deep. If you're not used to holding your shin, you're like, oh shit, look at me holding the shin. And by the way, as you get deeper and deeper into the poses, it makes you absolutely no cooler than anybody else. We're all here for the breath. I know you think you're here for other reasons. I know. But we're all here for the benefits of breathing and connecting mindfully through our breath and to ourselves. If we can start with a place of kindness and compassion here, and we can take it with us into everything we do out there. You lift your head off the mat. Keep holding on to your right shin, but push the shin into the hands. That'll create softness, and to kick your left leg up, and then take your left leg all the way down and bring your shoulders and head back to the ground. Right knee is going to come all the way up to your right shoulder. Ooh, that's higher than normal. Take an inhale and then twist and bring your right knee across your body. next inhale, gaze to center. And then bend both of your legs, feet flat onto the mat. Right ankle to your left thigh, figure 4, hips square. And thread the needle, right hand through. There's your left shin. Flex your right ankle. And you ought to feel in the shoulders and the hips down. Back nice and flat today based on everything we've done. At a certain point, we may be there 9-10 months into the pandemic, practicing at home remotely pretty much daily. You might get there where you go, I don't know what I would do without having yoga practice in the day, and that's a good thing. That's a nice space where you can exist for an hour, but you can exist in that space even longer. It goes with you once we're off the mat. Lift the head and push the shin into the hands, and that's going to create a softening to kick your right leg up, and then take your right leg all the way down and bring your shoulders and head back to the ground, and your left knee comes all the way up to your left shoulder. It's going to get higher than you're used to. On your exhale, twist left knee across your chest, right hand to your left thigh. Excellent. Means I know schedules can be opening for everybody working from home in the holidays. If you do find that extra time on your hands, roll out your mat. And if you're far, far away or even close in LA, but you want to do a virtual private, right? I'll get on with you like a Zoom. Do a Zoom or a WhatsApp or FaceTime. And you can check in with your practice that way. We could do that. We've done that with several people. And be surprised. It's pretty powerful and fully connected as though we are in the same room. And bring your gaze and left knee back to center. And then go ahead and release. Let your legs go long, please. Make any adjustments in your hips or in your shoulders. And arms out, palms facing up. Might feel nice to shake your head out a couple times, side to side, roll. And release the jaw, let a sigh go, exhale all of your air. And then head back to center and fall into this neutral physical position and surrender, trust, and let go. And so here's the space, everyone, when you don't know what you're feeling, when we're slightly twisted or confused, make your way to your mat. Know that you have a place in where you can be, where we can be and connected and fulfilling ourselves, and with positivity and hope and generosity, and through care, kindness, and abundance and compassion. I mean, all of that should make a lot more sense perhaps now than when we started our practice today, and based on what we're feeling. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you would like. When you are ready, please go quietly and drink a lot of water and take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow for Sunday Flow, everyone. And thank you so much. Namaste.